the critical areas of artificial intelligence and semiconductor manufacturing. The move has been announced today during the ongoing India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi. This aims to secure global tech supply chains and reduce dependence on non-aligned nations. The Indian Union Minister, Ashwini Vaishnaw, US Undersecretary of State Jacob Hellberg and Ambassador Sergio Gore were among the key figures who signed the Pax Silica Declaration. Pax Silica was originally launched in December of 2025. It is designed to safeguard the global AI and semiconductor supply chain. In addition to the US, the alliance includes countries such as Australia, Israel, Japan, and the United Kingdom.
And broke bread with entrepreneurs who are building the future. What struck me most wasn't just India's scale, although that is breathtaking. It's India's resolve, the determination to chart your own course. I keep talking about the limitless potential between our two nations, and I truly mean it. From the trade deal to Pax Silica to defense cooperation, the potential for our two nations to work together is truly limitless. And I aim to fulfill that over the next 3 years that I'm here. Earlier this month, we concluded the interim trade agreement, a deal that shapes the economic contours of the Indo-Pacific. We overcame friction points that had held us back for far too long. That agreement wasn't just about trade flows or tariff schedules. It was about two great democracies saying we will build together, not just buy from one another. And now today, we take the next step. India joins Pax Silica, the coalition that will define the 21st century economic and technological order. I'm delighted to welcome Jacob here. I'm also delighted to welcome the OSCP Director, Michael Kratios, who's the head of our delegation at this very important summit. The U.S. leads in a strategic coalition which is designed to secure an entire silicon stack. From the mines we extract critical minerals, to the fabs where we manufacture chips, to the data centers where we deploy frontier AI. It's a coalition of capabilities that replaces coercive dependencies with a positive-sum alliance of trusted industrial bases. Pax Silica will be a group of nations that believe technology should empower free people and free markets. India's entry into Pax Silica isn't just symbolic, it's strategic, it's essential. India is a nation with deep talent, deep enough to rival challengers. India's engineering depth offers critical capabilities for this vital coalition. In addition to talent, India has made important strides towards critical mineral processing capacity, and that's something that we're fully engaged on also. Policies that will reinforce U.S.-India tech cooperation will power AI innovation and adoption for years to come. We can share trusted AI technology with the world, and especially with partners like India. And critically, India brings strength. Peace doesn't come from hoping adversaries will play fair. We all know they won't. Peace comes through strength. India understands this. India understands strong borders. India understands this part of the world. That strength, that sovereignty, is exactly what Pax Silica amplifies. Because here's the truth, strength multiplies when it's connected. When Minister Vaishnaw and Minister Jaishankar traveled to Washington in recent weeks, they came as partners, forging the future. Their discussions on critical minerals were about interdependency among strong actors, about building supply chains that will not be held hostage. America is building coalitions of the capable and the willing. We're ensuring the technologies that will define the next century. AI, space, and advanced semiconductors are developed, deployed, and controlled by free nations. And we're doing it in a partnership with the world's largest democracy, a nation of 1.4 billion people that share our values and our vision. We welcome India joining to co-found the future. Pax Silica is about whether free societies will control the commanding heights of the global economy. It's about whether innovation happens in Bengaluru and Silicon Valley or in surveillance states that use technology to monitor and control their people. We choose freedom, we choose partnership, we choose strength. And today, with India's entry into Pax Silica, we choose to win. Thank you all.
Thank you, His Excellency Ambassador Jugor, for re-strengthening and highlighting.
Well, there we have it. Of course, a significant announcement coming out of the Artificial Intelligence Impact Summit at the Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. India now officially a member of Pax Silica, a significant agreement, and is not just symbolic, but it is strategic for New Delhi. The alliance is about one thing: the control of the future tech stock, and this comes on the concluding day of the AI India Impact Summit in the Indian capital. Pax Silica itself is a US-led technology coalition launched in December of 2025 to secure semiconductor supply chains, coordinate AI research and standards, and prevent sensitive technologies from reaching adversarial states, and also to reduce reliance on non-aligned or strategic competitor nations. The founding members include the United States, as we just saw there speaking, Australia, Israel, Japan, and the United Kingdom. Now India joins that strategic bloc. By M.K. Agarwal, a senior economist, joining us live from New Delhi itself. Thank you very much for joining us. The importance of this, tell us about it. We are indeed, of course, entering a new world where the likes of semiconductors, critical minerals are geopolitical tools. But what is the significance of India being a part of this deal, which has been signed today?
Well, I think India has emerged very strongly. And the first symptom that you can see right now, that AI summit is going on in New Delhi, and where dozens of state leaders are there, and more than 4 dozens, 5 dozens ministers are there, plus other industry leaders are there. And what is Pax Silica? In fact, it is going to strengthen the possibility of supply chain, global supply chain, plus the new global order is there, considering the changing scenario from the 20th century. If 20th century was enriched by industrial revolution, and where the fuel was basically, supply was basically considered about the fossil fuel, particularly the petroleum products, etc. But in 21st century, the growth engines are shifting strongly. And here we can find that it is the artificial intelligence, it is the supply chain, and it is not at least fossil fuel-led growth. So we are having a different world, and new countries have emerged. If Europe are lagging behind, new countries like India is emerging strongly, and it is leading the world in many ways. And that's why US has been doing this type of relationship mentoring with India since the time of Biden. And now it has matured, and now the treaty has been signed. And that's why you will find that India-US relationship is maturing. And what happened to the tariff war? That ended, and America realized that India cannot be ignored. And that's why they signed a treaty, and it is definitely a win-win situation, both for India as well for US. And this is one step beyond this. Rather, you can say very strong step has been taken up to cementing the ties, as well as taking care of the global growth scenario in the future.
Yes. Of course, there's one country that will be looking at this very eagerly, Beijing, of course. How do you think that the Chinese will view this expanding alliance?
'Cause, you know, China has been very strongly, and China has been very strongly supporting this. 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 And China has Well, I believe it is a type of situation where China would have been very strongly pressurizing the world economy just to counter that. Because if you're looking at it, is about the critical minerals, it is about the artificial intelligence, it is about the global security, supply chain, so many things are there. And US is scared of China and its behavior, particularly it is unpredictable, China is unpredictable. And US wants that there is a smooth supply chain functioning, global growth and global economy is functioning smoothly. There is no disturbance because already if you are looking one critical mineral in terms of silver, and China is playing its own game. Similarly, it may play any type of game. So that's to avoid it. Well in advance, this type of pact has been done. And on board, besides India, there are so many other countries, but India is taken prominently along with other countries. So I believe that it is just to counter any particular country from disturbing the global supply chain.
It is, of course, a direct response from China's dominance in the critical mineral field, and of course its growing influence in AI. Both the United States and China control 70% of artificial intelligence industries. Do you think that this Pax Silica has the potential to rival that of Beijing in the years to come? Do you think it will seriously put Beijing back into regular circumstances when it comes to the current dominance in both rare earths, semiconductors, amongst others?
Well, it's there. Already we are having this type of perception that China may play spoil sport for the other countries, particularly the majorly emerging countries like India. And it may play spoil sport for US economy because they are having some rivalry in one form or the other in terms of economic issues, in terms of other geopolitical issues. They are not on the same page. So considering that this type of setup has been developed where China is countered and now artificial intelligence is emerging rapidly and India is going to be one of the top three countries around the world. So this makes US and India a strong partner in this regard, how to counter China and its dominance and its any bad intentioned approach in future. So I believe that considering such situation and so many other things, geopolitical conditions and having its own advantage, Chinese advantage, this alliance wants that there is a smooth supply chain along with a proper artificial intelligence functioning and how the global players are enforcing it properly at global level. So these issues are dominating in this pact, and I believe that it is going to counter the Chinese dominance in a major ways.
Indeed. And finally, what have you thought of the entire event? Of course, all eyes have been on New Delhi, very much on the global stage. We've seen world leaders, over 100 countries represented at the AI summit at the Bharat Mandapam this week. Overall, as the week concludes, of course, we've just learned now that the event has been extended by an extra day. It will run now till Saturday, as announced by the IT Secretary S. Krishnan on Wednesday. But what have you thought of the whole event? Do you think it's been a success? Do you think that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision has been adopted by these countries, or do we still see a lot of work that is needed to be done?
Very well, very well. It has been a successful event, and that's why it has been extended by one day. Otherwise, it would have concluded today evening. So it has been extended till tomorrow. And moreover, to find that the industry leaders are there. Even if they are not on the same page, they are, coming here to function and deliver the thing. And you will find that they are promising and they are opening up their minds, be it Google or others. And from the India side, you'll find the Indian investors are coming out with huge investment proposals. For example, Ambani Group has come out with a $110 billion investment proposal. Besides, Adani Group has come, many other groups have come with major investment proposal other than you'll find the global partnership with India are among themselves. So this is the way that success comes. And moreover, the type of leadership that Prime Minister Modi has given in the form of how should there be a world with artificial intelligence. It is not that he is undermining the negative effects. He wants that these negative effects are taken care of well in advance, so it is pro-human. It is not against the human race or human behavior, human conduct, or the society. So considering such type of behavior, I believe that New Delhi AI Summit has been greatly a success story that will launch a new AI world henceforth.
MK Agarwal, thank you so much for taking the time in joining us here on NewsX World. We'll continue to bring you further news coming out of the AI Summit, which is occurring right now in New Delhi as it is extended for an extra day. Let's cut across live to the conversation following that signing of India to the Pax Silica cooperation.
Thank you so much. Dr. Thakor, any closing thoughts for the audience?
Well, thank you very much. As our Tata Sons chairman, Mr. Chandrasekharan, said yesterday, under the vision of our Prime Minister, India has treated AI as strategic national capability. So I see the declaration of Pax Silica as a response and an enabler, a codification of trust, and for us, the opportunity to work together. The expectation is laid out from the nation. It is now up to us to deliver on this promise as an industry. So, Honorable Undersecretary Helper, Ambassador Gore, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for Pax Silica. We'll make it work. Thank you. Pax Silica is just such a timely change. For us in India, the innovation and the drive we have is tremendous. 1.5 million engineers are produced every year. 20% of the global semiconductor industry design is done, the chip design is done by Indian engineers here in India. And we never really had any coercive issues in the design space. So I think this is a very, very natural fit. In terms of the progress we are making, I think 3 years ago, there was no investment in India on the semiconductor side. Today, we have more than 25 billion being invested in 10 different factories, including Micron and Tata Electronics. We are working on the first AI-enabled fab that will be producing the AI-specific chips in India. We are using the indigenously developed packaging technology in Northeast Assam, where we'll be packaging all of the automotive and other chips that are at the edge being done for the US companies. Partnership-wise with the US, because semiconductors bring us together, we are working with companies like Analog Devices, Qualcomm, Synopsys, and Intel, where we have memorandum of understanding to work together.